Welcome back. I hope that you're all keeping well and that you enjoyed the Christmas break as much as you could. So for this practice, you might like to have a blanket, a cushion and a belt, any kind of a strap or a belt. So if you need to get those before we begin, you can do that now. So my focus for this practice is going to be literally being in the now or being in the moment. We're all glad to leave 2020 behind us, but so far this year is still a bit uncertain and we have to learn to live with this maybe for another little while. So all we can do is really just try to live moment to moment, hour to hour, day to day, and know that we will get through this and things will get better. So today we're going to focus very much on the breath, using the breath to quieten and still our busy or our anxious minds. So when you find your mind drifting off, just keep bringing yourself back to the breath, to your nice, steady, even breath. So we'll get ready to begin. And I'd like you to start lying down on your mat. So if you lie on your mat with your knees bent, rest one hand on your heart and one hand just lightly on your belly. So this is a comforting gesture. Now be aware of your back body connecting with the floor as you begin to focus just on your breath. So just let the breath settle for a moment. Keep the focus on it. And now take a deep exhale, inhaling for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and pause. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and pause. So I'd like you to take a few more deep breaths like this, maybe 3 more breaths in your own time. So finish with your next exhale. Staying on your back, hug your knees into you and just start to rock from side to side. Now bring the arms out wide and let the knees drop over to the right as the head rolls left. We'll just open up the spine and the chest a little bit. Inhale back to center, exhale dropping knees to the left, head to the right. And one more time to each side. And to the right. Inhale back to center, exhale to the left. Inhale back to center, hug your knees in once again, just making a few little circles. And then roll over onto your side and bring yourself to a seated position. So come to sit in a comfortable cross-leg position. This is where you might like to sit on your cushion or a pillow, anything at all, just to lift the hips up a little bit and to let the knees drop. So coming to your comfortable cross-legged position. As you inhale, take the arms in front and inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your arms down and stretch over to your right. Inhale back up again. Exhale as you stretch over to the left. Inhale up again. Exhale, this time we'll move into a twist. Right hand behind, left hand across. Inhale up one more time. Exhale to the left, into a nice gentle twist. Inhale back to center, exhale. Inhale, arms up one more time. Exhale, bring the arms behind you so you can face the fingers in towards you and gently arch your back. Inhale the hands in front once again this time. If you can, place your fingertips on the floor and maybe start to creep them forward into a nice gentle forward bend. Just relaxing the head and neck. And slowly walk your hands back. You can get rid of your cushion, swing your legs back and bring yourself into a child pose. So if you need to here, you can curl the toes under, just bend the elbows and keep it nice and soft, or flattening the feet as you let the hips come back towards the heels. Slide forward onto your belly and just come onto your forearms with the elbows a little bit in front of the shoulders and just come into a nice easy sphinx or a very gentle back bend to begin with. Try to relax the shoulders here. Bring your hands back under your shoulders and push yourself up onto all fours. From here, we're going to curl the toes under, coming up into a downward facing dog. Now, if you haven't done some yoga for a while, you might find this a little bit challenging. We'll walk the feet in a little bit, take them a little wider, and just pedal the feet. So be gentle with yourself today. Lovely. And then with the knees bent, walk your feet forward until they're behind your hands. Bend the knees deeply and just let the hands hang, or you can take the elbows and give the head a little shake. Bring your hands to your hips, press into the feet and we'll come up nice and slowly, coming to the top of your mat. Feet now hip distance apart. So this is where you might like to have your belt handy. We're going to do a little bit of shoulder opening. So bring the hands in front first, interlace the fingers. Arms up, arms out. And then you're going to bring your right hand behind and your left hand maybe to meet. So some of you will be able to do this with the fingers. If you're not, this is where the belt would come in. So you can use the belt and it doesn't matter how big the gap is. You can gradually maybe inch the fingers a bit closer to each other and gently pull your navel in. So we don't want to kind of let the belly hang out, just gently tuck it in and draw the hips slightly forward. So I'll just turn around so you can see what we're doing here. And then we're going to open the hands out and we're going to do the opposite side. So again, you might be gripping the fingers or you might just be using your belt, like so. So there's a variation here for everybody. And we'll just release, shake the arms out for a moment. Bring the hands in front. And you're going to bring the right and top left underneath into eagle arms. So again, it could be palms back to back or taking the right thumb with the left hand. See if you can gently lift the elbows. Maybe draw the hands away, or maybe you need to come back a little bit with this if you're feeling any strain across the back of the shoulders. And we'll do the opposite, hands out. And this time we're going to go left on top, right underneath. Again here, just take the focus to your belly, gently draw the navel in. And just release, shake the arms out, roll the shoulders a couple of times. Now, bend your knees, place your hands just above your knees, and we're just going to roll around. So see if you can let the feet, ankles, knees, hips, everything just warming up, and reverse it. And come back to center. So we're ready to begin our sun salutations. Now we're going to take it very slowly. So the first sun salutation is going to be nice and slow, gradually building up the energy. So come to the top of your mats. Spread your toes and press down into the four corners of your feet. Lift up now on the kneecaps and thigh muscles as you begin to engage the legs. Engage the Mula Bandha and the Uddiyana Bandha. Roll those shoulders back and down and bring the hands to heart center. So again, we're going to come back to the breath. So just close your eyes for a moment and focus on that breath. Open your eyes, hands down by your side. Inhale, take your palms out, reach up. Exhale as you fold, hands to the floor. You might be bending the knees here now. Inhale, look out, half lift, hands flat, step to plank. Now I'd like you to pause in plank, stretch back through the heels, press down into the hands with the fingers spread and draw your navel gently towards your spine. Nice strong plank. Dropping to the knees, to the chest, to the chin. Coming up slowly onto the forearms into a low cobra. Shoulders releasing down. Activate the legs, so you're pressing into the tops of your feet. Slowly push yourself back up onto all fours. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. And again, you might want to walk the feet in a little bit. So we're going to have the feet hip distance apart. The heels might be up a little bit at this stage. That's okay. Release the head and the neck and just breathe. Exhale fully, inhale, look forward. Step your right and your left foot up. Flat back, look out. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhaling back into Tadasana. And again, inhale, take the palms out, reach up. Exhale as you fold, hands to the floor. Inhale, look out, flat back. Hands flat, we'll step to plank. Dropping to the knees, chest, chin, or you can do a chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes to downward dog. Again, placing the feet hip distance. Turning the big toes in just very slightly. Pressing down into the index knuckle and the base of your thumb. And now release your head and neck. Lift your right leg just to hip level, pointing the toes downwards. Keep the weight balanced between both hands here. Drop the right foot, take the left up. And again, just adjust your weight so you're not leaning over too much to one side. And bring the left foot down. Take a breath. Exhale fully, inhale, look forward. Step or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, look out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhaling back into Tadasana. Now we're going to bring the arms up. Stretch over to the right. Back to center. Stretch over to the left. Back to center. Folding forward. Inhale, look out, half lift. Hands flat, step to plank. Dropping, knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take the right leg back. Knee to chest. Right foot forward and we'll turn the left foot in. We'll come up into warrior one. Now bring your hands to your heart center. Step that back foot in and we'll lift the back heel a little bit. So we need to kind of reposition here. Bring the left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Press the palms together. Now if you're finding this tricky here, you can drop the back knee. So press the palms together, lift the chest and maybe look towards your right elbow. Now we're going to reverse the twist. So you're going to bring the hands down. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Now if you're struggling here, you could use your pillow, or if you had a block, to place the right hand on something a little bit lifted. And then you're going to swing the left arm up into that twist, or left hand can be on the back, on the lower back as well. Keep pressing into your left heel if you have the heel lifted, or if not, remember you could be on the left knee. Okay, left hand down, right hand down, stepping back to plank. Dropping, knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward dog. Exhale to a downward dog. Left leg back, knee to chest. Left foot forward, turn the right heel in. And we'll come up into our warrior one. Okay, hands to heart center. Lift the back foot, step that back foot in a little bit. And we're going to reposition to come into the twist. Right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Press the palms. Lift the chest. Looking to your left elbow. Maybe dropping the right knee if you're a bit unstable today. That's okay. Reversing the twist. So this time you'll see this one from this side. So the left hand comes down and the right hand comes onto the back or up into the twist. And again, focus on that right heel, just pressing the weight back through the right foot a little more. And right hand down, left hand down. Step to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog, and breathe. And of course, child pose is an option here if you need a little break. Exhale fully. Inhale, look forward. Step or hop, the feet to the hands. Flat back, look out. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees deeply. Sweep your fingertips against the mat to come back to Utkatasana. And exhale back into Tadasana. So step back to the top of your mat. Hands at heart center. Maybe close your eyes for a moment as you let your breath settle. So I know that was quite an energetic flow to begin with. So we'll just continue with a couple of more standing poses. When you're ready, hands on hips. Step the feet out. Turn your right foot out and left foot in. Bend into your right knee. Inhale the arms up for a warrior two, looking along your right arm. If you want to, you can turn the palms upwards just to release the shoulders a little bit more. Drop your left hand to the back of your thigh or to your lower back and reverse it. Coming up, straighten the right knee, extend both arms out for Trikonasana. Extend over your right leg, right hand down, left hand up. You can keep it here, or maybe you'd like to take it all the way over your head. Or the option is also just to keep it on the hip if you're suffering with any shoulder injuries or tightness. Left hand back on the hip. Press into that right foot to come up and turn the feet forward. So moving to your left, left foot out, right foot in. Bend the left knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, just drop the shoulders as you look along the left arm. Turn the palms upwards. So again, just bring your focus back to the breath if you find yourself wandering. Drop the right hand, back of the thigh or lower back, left palm up and over to reverse. Back up, straighten the left knee, extend both arms. So get some length first, extend sideways and then gradually dropping down into your Trikonasana. Right hand comes up or maybe comes over the head. So if you're bringing that right arm over the head, don't be tempted to drop it right down on your face. You need a little bit of space here in the shoulder. And if that's not happening for you today, just stay right here. And again, obviously, if you need a little bend on the left knee, you can do that. Right hand back on the hip. Press into the left foot as we slowly come up and turn the feet forward. So slowly walk your feet in towards each other. And we're going to try a little bit of balancing. So we're going to try eagle pose today. Now, if you have a wall near you, I don't really have a wall space, but if you have, you could always walk back. We'll just pretend I have a wall behind me here and have your back against the wall. Otherwise, stay on your mat and we'll all start with the feet hip distance apart. So we'll take this nice and slowly, and again, I'll give you variations. Bend both knees. So take the right leg across. Now, you could just be here with the foot on the ground or maybe on top of your other foot. And then if you're confident in your balance, maybe you'd wrap the foot around the other calf. So this might be enough today, just placing the foot on the other side of the left foot. So get your balance and then maybe arms come into it. So we're going to bring the left arm on top and the right underneath. Sink as low as you can and use your core. And then slowly come up, unwind, stretch the legs, shake the arms. And as I say, if you want to, you can be at the wall and you can be doing any variation. You can leave the arms out if that's too much and just do the legs. So we're going to take the weight into the right foot, step the left foot across. So again, we'll bend the knees first, step the foot across. This could be enough for you today if you're going all the way into it. Oops. Give it a go. Arms in front, left on top, right underneath. And slowly come up. So that's enough of a challenge today. Again, we'll just stretch out. So again, the balancing is always tricky. So use the walls, use any props you need, or just do whatever variation works for you today. Feet together, hands at heart center. Again, we'll just close the eyes and focus on the breath. As you open your eyes, bring your hands onto your hips and step your feet nice and wide. So go as wide as you can, and if you want to line up the feet, come to the back edge of your mat. Turn the big toes slightly in, so you're lining up the outer edges of the feet with the short ends of your mat. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale as you fold. So just come halfway down. See if you can drop the hands. Now, if you can't drop the hands, you can take them anywhere onto the legs, or you can just keep them on the hips. So we're going to start here with the body just parallel, the torso parallel with the floor. Now, turn your right foot out, lift the heel, and lean over to your left. Skandasana. You can use the hands to support you. We're going to go to the other side, so bring the right foot down, turn the left out, lift the heel, and move over to your right. And we'll do that again to each side. Good old stretch for the legs. Come back to center. Now, we're going to try and fold. So if you have the hands down, just slowly fold your body forward. Maybe walk the hands back towards the edge of the mat and let the head and neck release. So again, you don't have to be all the way down here. You can be just here. You can be holding onto the legs and just letting the head go. Take your own variation. Walk the hands forward. Now we're going to heel and toe the feet in a little bit. So stay folded if you can. Bring the feet into about here. Now bend your knees, and if you want you can come up onto the toes and see if you can drop the hips. Now if you can take the heels down, come all the way down. Again, use the hands to balance yourself. Let the hips drop into the squat. Now if you need to, as I say, you can be here, even just here, maybe on the toes. And then if you're all the way down, maybe the hands come into prayer. So that mightn't work for you today. It might not be something that you want to do. If it isn't, you can just sit down at this stage and take a few breaths. And we're all going to just sit down, stretch the legs out, maybe even come back to sit on your cushion. So stretch the legs out, close the eyes, draw the toes towards you, roll the shoulders back and down, place your fingertips maybe beside or behind your hips. Draw your navel in. Just sitting quietly now in Dandasana, and just let the focus be your breath. So we're going to move on to a variation of Janushirasana. And we're going to start with bending the right knee and taking the right foot anywhere to the inside of the left leg. So it could be knee, thigh, or maybe further up for some of you. Now this is where your cushion is kind of nice because it tilts your hips slightly forward and it lets your knee come down a little bit more. So for this variation, we're going to take the right hand across to the left leg. And we're just going to take the left hand behind. Now you can be quite upright in this and just use it as a twist, or you might decide to come further forward, making it a kind of a forward fold and a twist. And for another variation, if you want to take the left hand around behind your back, or maybe even reaching towards that right thigh. So again, any variation that you like from here to here, maybe all the way to here. Inhale, slowly coming back up. Stretch the right leg out. Bend the left, so same thing on the left side, left foot inside the right leg. Adjust yourself if you're sitting on the cushion. We'll take the left hand across, the right hand behind. So again, you could just stay here. You could move forward a little bit. And maybe you're going to take the right hand around towards the left thigh. Inhale, slowly come up, release the left leg and give the legs a little stretch. So we're going to move to a twist next, and you're welcome to stay on your cushion for the twist. Bend your right knee. Step the right foot out a little bit. We're going to create a little bit of space between the right foot and the left thigh. Inhale the right arm up. We're going to reach inside the right leg towards the left foot, maybe wrapping this around. And this is where you could use your belt once again. So I'm just going to grab the belt. Most of you know how to do this anyway, but so if you were using your belt, this might be what you're doing. Now, another option is just to take the right elbow inside the right knee and just take the left hand behind and come into a twist. So again, there's lots of variations in this one. Inhale as you come up, and I'm just going to move to do the other side for you. So we're moving on to the left leg, bending the left knee. Again, you need that bit of space between left foot and right leg. You might need to have your belt handy. So bring your right hand onto the floor. Inhale your left hand up. Inside, reaching inside the left knee, reaching forward, and maybe just coming to here. And then if you're wrapping, that's great. If you need a belt to wrap, grab hold of the belt. Or again, variation Z we'll call it. Left elbow to the inside of the knee, the left knee, and just twist to your right. So again, just to demonstrate the different variations. Inhale as you come up, release the left leg. Okay, so I'm going to come to face forward again. So again, you might like to stay, actually staying on the cushion is good for the next one. Take the feet wide. Feet on the floor, hands in the center. And again, don't worry if your hands don't, it might be just fingertips coming down. If you can, start to creep the hands forward. So we're coming into an easy forward bend. The knees are staying bent. Another option is just to walk the feet back a little and take the hands in underneath and to the outsides of the feet. This looks more complicated than it is. It's actually not that difficult. We'll stop here today. We won't go into frog, which is tying yourself up in all kinds of knots and sometimes hard to get back out of. So we'll just stay here at this version, or even just this version today. Slowly coming back up. Now I'd suggest you just ditch the cushion for a moment, hug the knees in, and maybe release the arms for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees once again, place the feet down. And from here, we're going to roll down onto our backs. So once again, as you roll onto your back, just rock from side to side or make a few little circles. Okay, feet straight up into the air, toes pointing towards you. Take your hands behind your head, elbows out to the side. Inhale, on an exhale, lift the head and chest, draw the elbows in. So we're engaging the core. Make sure your whole back, middle and lower back are pressing into the floor. And slowly down. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, down, exhale. Inhale, exhale, lift. This time if you want to, you can hold it for a few breaths. So don't hold the breath, just keep breathing and come down anytime you want. Slowly release the head. Bend the knees, release your hands and place both feet on the mat. So we're going to cross the right leg over the left. So we're going to do that eagle pose again, but this time you're on the ground, so you're not going to topple, you're not going to fall over. And again, if you want to, you can wrap that right leg right around, lift the legs. So we'll keep the hands on the floor for now. And just begin to tilt the pelvis forward and back. So you can see what happens when I tilt forward. There's an arch there in my back. And then as I come back, I want to flatten that arch. And moving forward. And moving back. Now I'm going to take the arms out really wide. Turn the palms upwards. And from here, I'm just going to roll over onto the left, letting my head roll to the right. So a nice spinal twist now to release the spine. We're nearly there. Inhale back into the center. Uncross the legs. So move your palms back onto the floor. Cross your left leg over your right. And again, you can hook it around or you can just place it on the outside. Lift the feet. Press the palms down to give you a little bit of anchor. And then again, we're going to tilt and come back. And tilt. So you're using your core here to do this. And back. Okay, arms out nice and wide, palms upwards. And this time we're going to roll to the right. Letting those legs drop. And then slowly take your head to the left. So just let go into this. Just relax into it wherever you are. The knees may not be on the floor. That's okay. And then slowly bring yourself back onto your back. One more time, just hug your knees in and make those little circles. So it's time for Shavasana already. So get yourself ready. You probably have a blanket and maybe your cushion. So use those and make yourselves comfortable lying down onto your mats. So come into a lying position, or if that's really not comfortable for you, find yourself a nice comfortable seated position, maybe with your back against a wall or some kind of support. So if you're lying down, you can either have your knees bent or you can stretch out the legs and have the legs nice and wide, just relaxing the feet. So close your eyes and just tune into your body and take a few moments to make yourself completely comfortable. Just be aware of the back of your head, your back, the backs of your hips, where all the parts of the body connect with the floor. So just feel a sense of heaviness now coming into your limbs, your arms and your legs. Feel the jaw just relaxing slightly. So your teeth should be slightly parted. There's no tension in the jaw. Just feel your face softening now as you just give in to relaxation. Bring your focus back to your breath once again. So as we did earlier, just tune into the breath and don't even try to change it. Just be with it. So right now, your body and your breath are on your mat, in tune with each other. Your mind will try to wander, so just try to keep the mind with the body and the breath. Exhale deeply through your nose. And now inhale through the nose all the way down into the belly. And again, slowly release the breath completely. And if it helps, you can count the breath for inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and pause. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and pause. So just continue for a little while with this deep, slow breath. So gradually let the breath become very quiet, where you don't have to make any effort. Just let your body settle deeper into the floor. And again, bring your awareness to the connection between the back of the body and the floor. So back of your head, heavy on the floor. Backs of the shoulders, upper back, middle back, lower back. Backs of the hips, backs of the thighs, the calves, the heels. Relaxing the soles of your feet, tops of your feet and your toes. And now feel the front of the body soften towards the back of the body. Relaxing all your facial muscles, your eyelids, your cheeks, your lips, tongue, chin and throat. Relax the chest, the rib cage, the belly, the front of your hips, front of your thighs, knees, shins, and tops of your feet. Relax all of the right arm, all of the left arm. Relax the whole body from head to toe. And staying with your breath now in Shavasana, knowing that right now, in this breath, in this moment, you're safe and everything is okay. So slowly begin to feel the awareness come back into your body. Begin to deepen your breath. So take a nice deep inhale and an exhale. And again, deep breath in and deep exhale. Start to make small movements with your fingers and toes. Move your head from side to side. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead, stretch your legs out. And as you exhale, bring the arms down and hug the knees into you. Begin to rock slowly on your lower back, gradually rolling all the way over onto your right side and taking 3 deep breaths. And now slowly pushing yourself to a seated position. We'll come back to placing one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. Deep inhale and exhale. Open your eyes. Bring your hands to heart center. Namaste. Once again, thank you for sharing your practice with me, and talk to you soon.